All right, Shalom, brother Shamar from Phoenix. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, QUADASH. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity. And real quick, I'm gonna get into it, man. This is this truth that we're in. There's always gonna be times where you fall, where you feel weak, and where you're not 100% up to par, and that's because we fight in a battle, man. But the thing about it that we can't forget is that we can't fight this battle on a carnal level or by the will of our flesh, because if we try to do that, we're gonna lose every time. The only way that we can fight the temptations and the things that come against us is through the Spirit. That's the only way. If you try to fight it with your own will or with your own way, you're gonna lose every time, man. You gotta fight these things with the Spirit. But the thing about it that you're always gonna majority of the time you're gonna be attacked in the flesh. What I mean the flesh, you're gonna be attacked, through things of this world, man. You're gonna be attacked with the thoughts in your head. You're gonna be attacked with temptations and demons, man, that they'll come at you and try to make you feel like shit. Because they're going to attack you on a carnal level most of the time, because that's your weakest part. Your flesh is your weakest part. And that's why the scripture said that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So if Satan, going about seeing whom he devour, he's gonna most likely he's gonna try to take advantage and attack you in the flesh. Draw you out in your lust, or your self-esteem, or whatever it is, man. But the thing about it that we always got to go back to the scriptures to fight these battles, because that's why YAHWAHSHI gave us the example when he was tempted. He was tempted in the desert by Satan, the adversary, man. He fought. He went back at the spiritual demon Satan with scriptures. And Satan was attacking his flesh, man. He was telling him to make bread, to fall off the cliff. He was attacking him, man, through the flesh. But YAHWAHSHI fought him through the scriptures, man. And with that, I want to get Ephesians 6:12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." So that tells you right there, man, what our spiritual battle is all about. But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. So we're fighting a spiritual battle. Now the only way we can have a fighting chance as we fight that battle through the Spirit. That means using the scriptures, using prayer, using whatever spiritual resources that you gotta have, whether it be calling up a brother, man, or just praying or fasting, man. You use or rebuking whatever's coming against you in the name of YAHWAHSHI, man. We gotta fight this battle on a spiritual level. That's why it says right here, verse 13, "Wherefore take you the whole armor of Yahweh, you may withstand the evil day, having done all to stand." And that goes into Paul, suiting up suiting up as a warrior, but as a spiritual warrior, because all the armaments and all the equipment that he's describing is on a spiritual level. So therefore, that tells you that we have to fight this fight on a spiritual level. Was that I'm gonna get 2 Corinthians 10, the 10th chapter. It's a real quick lesson, Nakim. Just here at the plantation. This is 2 Corinthians 3, 2 Corinthians 10:3. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh." So we're walking the flesh, so we don't war after the flesh, man, because like it says in Ephesians 6:12, our battle was spiritual. "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty to the power of pulling down, mighty through Yahweh, through the pulling down of strongholds." So, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. So the weapons of our warfare is that spiritual aspect of our lives, man, because our flesh is weak. And that word carnal, basically, it means your flesh. So we can't fight this battle on a carnal level. We can't fight this battle using our flesh or our own will. We have to always go back to YAHWAHSHI, YAHWAHSHI, through the Spirit, man, and fight this battle through the Spirit. Whether it be whatever temptation or downfall or setback or shortcoming or attacks of your mind or your thoughts or your daily life come at you, man, you always got to fight it through the Spirit. If you try to fight it through any other way, you're gonna lose, man. That's why it says for though we walk in the flesh, because that's what we do. We walk it in the flesh, man. Walking in these chains of darkness. We do not war after the flesh, so our battle is going to be on a spiritual level. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah, through the pulling down of strongholds. So we can pull down those strongholds. We can pull down those setbacks, those things that are barriers unto us through what? Through the scriptures, man. Through the Spirit, casting down imaginations. I'm going to see what that word imaginations is. Arguments. It says, a reckoning, computation, a reason is hostile to the Christian faith, a judgment decision such as conscious past. So, but hey, that's what we do on the highways and hedges, man. We cast down imaginations. Imaginations are these made-up doctrines that these so-called Christians and these bugged-out people come up with, man. Whether it be the virgin birth or the hell doctrine or whatever it is, man, or the God is love doctrine, or whatever manners that these heathens and these two-thirds and these Edomites spew at us, we can cast those imaginations, using the scriptures. And every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahawah and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of YAHAWAHSHI. So that's how we fight it, man. That's one of our weapons of our warfare, man. Bringing into captivity every thought, all our thoughts to the obedience. If you can train yourself to have that mentality, to always think about your obedience to the Most High, man, you on the winning side and having in readiness to revenge all those obedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Do you look on things after the outward appearance? If any man trusts to himself that he is YAHAWAHSHI, let him of himself think this again, so that he is YAHAWAHSHI's, even so are we YAHAWAHSHI's. So just going back to the fourth verse, is for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. So we gotta battle this through the Spirit, and we gotta battle it through what we think and our mentality. Which then we get Philippians 4 and 8. This is Philippians 4 and 8. And it says, "Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things are true." So they basically, the scripture is gonna tell you of the right and proper mentality that a man of the truth should have, that you should strive to have, man. I know it's hard to keep your thoughts because brothers can testify, man. We battle our thoughts every day. We battle our thoughts constantly. Our thoughts are always telling us some bullshit, some wickedness, man. That's a battle right there in itself. But the only thing we can fight that battle is on the spiritual level and through the power of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. But this is just to help you out, man. To give you a method of battling those thoughts, man. It says, "Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good, report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Those things which ye have both learned, the scriptures, the truth, the ways broken down by the apostles, and received, and heard, and seen me do. And the power of peace shall be with you." So that tells you right there, man, how to have that advantage over Satan, our spiritual enemy. It tells you what mentality to have, man. It says, "Still those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me do, and the power of peace shall be with you." So we constantly, if we put a conscious effort to think upon these things, man, then the Most High is going to be with us. It says right there in the scriptures, man. And if you believe the scriptures, then how can you deny that? If you're a man of the Lord and you say you believe in the scriptures, then how can you deny that, man? So that's why we meditate on scriptures like these, man, to make sure that we do have the proper mentality to fight this spiritual warfare, man, because it's never ending. It's a daily battle, man. It's part of the cross that we gotta bear. Being in this hellhole called America. Because this place, man, this place is insane, man. This place is a fucking nightmare, man. And being here, it sucks. It sucks to be in this fucking godforsaken piece of shit country we call America, man. It's wicked to the core. And with that, I want to get Mark 9 and 23. It's a real quick lesson. This is Mark 9 and 23. And it says, YAHAWAHSHI said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believes. So our thoughts, man. If we can believe these things, then all things will be possible, man. If we can meditate fully on the things that we're supposed to meditate on, then all these things are possible. With that, I'm going to get John 14 and 1. It says, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in Yahawah, believe also me. So it says, let not your heart be troubled. Let not your mind be troubled, man. So we got to be constantly aware of our mentality and our thoughts, man. Let me get a few more scriptures. 1 Peter 1 and 13. It says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. So that's where it starts right there, man. Gird. Let's get that word gird right there. See what it goes. Prepare your mind for action. So hey, that's beautiful, man. Wherefore prepare your mind for action. Gird up the loins of your mind. So basically it says prepare your mind. Get ready. Be sober in hope to the end for the grace that be brought to you as a revelation of Messiah YAHAWAHSHI, Salakia, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance. So as obedient children, so obedience and the right mentality go hand in hand, man. So you have the right mentality and you're thinking about the right things, then you're being led by the Spirit, and the Spirit is willing to obey. Because what the Scripture say, the Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And that's most of the time, brothers can testify, that's where we get attacked in our flesh, man. Whether it be, you get tired, or you just get plain fucking lazy, or you fall into some lust, or to fulfill the lust of your flesh, or do the things that are not pleasing to the Lord, man. Or wanting to do your own thing, and not doing the things that are not pleasing to the Lord. Then we have to fight these things, man. And the way we fight them is about having the right mentality. That was just a real quick lesson, man. Most High willing, I hope it was edifying. With that one, say Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawaahshi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawaahshi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawaahshi. Shalom.